This visit has been one that takes us off the usual tourist map of Italy and right into the forgotten or hidden gems that give us a totally new perspective on this well-known country. In this episode, we drove just 1 hour west of Bari to a rocky outcrop in the lesser-known region of Basilicata and discover the beginning of Italian civilization. Fertile land nearby for food and a stable supply of water below. Over generations, they've continually shaped the caves for survival and continued resilience.
We have no idea where we are. We are in a private spot, Matera, and we just saw some of this from the road, and we just tried to come here, but this looks insane. It goes like 3-4 kilometers between both of the mountains. It's going a long way down, filled up with caves, like hermits caves or something like this.
Walking through the Sassi, it feels ancient, almost sacred, and we wonder how a single place can nurture the survival of generations over 9,000 years. Why aren't there more places like this? And will the new cities developed in the last centuries stand the same test of time? Okay, so it's said that Matera is the third oldest city in the world, after Aleppo and Jericho. And now we're coming into the Sassi of Matera, which is the built-up settlement. So still built upon the Neolithic caves, but you will see some of the traditional construction from, different centuries basically, or different millennia. And that's all built on top of the negative space of the caves. So it's a collage of different kind of architecture over time. So from the outside it looks like I'm going into, a typical old sandstone building, but inside it is pure cave. Crazy. You can see the mix. Of course, they have built small walls in areas to support the cave, but wow, it's crazy. It gives a completely different feeling of the space, the fact that it's using the raw nature as the main part of the architecture. Really, really cool. Matera became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993, and since then it's gone through one of the most radical transformations of the last century. The question for me, is that enough? Will that support its place in history and be able to continue the next 9,000 years of human life here in Matera?
But then we are also walking through this city and asking ourselves, how can it be possible that this city is the third oldest city in humanity and it's pretty empty? It's so empty, it's so unknown. In the old days, this city, for hundreds of years, these cities they had, because it was built on the mountains, on the rocks, they had a big problem. That is that they didn't have any of the human necessities, facilities for it. They didn't have electricity, they didn't have running water, and they didn't have a way of using toilets. So it was considered a very ugly and disgusting city. So much that in those days it was closed, and it was only the ghetto people would live in this city. So it was later in the 70s and also in 1986, I think. Please correct me here in the comments, because I don't remember much the dates, but it was in the late 80s when the UNESCO and the whole community from here start to fix it, rebuild it, and that is going to be the smartest thing that I'm going to say today. for these kind of places. Check this out. We were just over there before the rain. This trip to Italy has really been about discovering the unknown, learning how our past is still shaping our future. Sometimes culturally, sometimes in much more personal ways. For me, my Italian family roots is still shaping my journey today. And with all this new experience and learning, we're excited to see what's around the corner. Where will our next adventure take us?